Hello. Yes, we welcome you back to PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet, with me, Richard here. Okay, today we are looking at this question. It says that consider the properties of matter below and state whether they are identifiable with a solid phase, liquid phase, or gaseous phase. Okay? Then we start with this one. Strongest forces between particles. Yeah, which phase is this one? This is identifiable with a solid. So it's solid phase. Okay? Expand to occupy whatever volume is available. Yeah, which phase is this one? This is gaseous phase. Okay? Then we come here. Have weakest intermolecular forces. Yeah, which phase is this one? This is gaseous phase. Okay? Then we come to this one. Maintain a fixed volume but takes the shape of its container. What phase is this one? It's liquid phase. Okay, then we come to this one. Have largest air spaces. And this is a gaseous phase. Yeah, then we come to this. Maintain a fixed volume and shape. Yeah, this property belongs to which phase? It is solid phase. Okay. Then highest kinetic energy. Which phase is this one? Gaseous phase. Then I come to this question. It says that consider the diagram below and state the phase changes labeled. Okay, let's start with A. A, the change is from solid to liquid. So what is that? It's called melting. Okay, we go to B. B is from liquid to solid. What do you call that one? A freezing. Okay, then we come to C. C is from liquid to gas. What do you call that one? Evaporation. Or boiling. Okay, then we come to D. D is from gas to liquid. What do you call that one? Condensation. Okay. Then we come to E. E is from solid to gas directly without undergoing a liquid phase. The change is from solid directly to gas. What do you call that one? Sublimation. Then there is a change from gas to solid. What do we call that? It is deposition. It says that the graph below shows the heating curve of sulfur, indicating changes in temperature when it is heated. So this is the graph we are having, and we are looking at these changes. And the question says that identify the phases A, B. Which phase is existing between A and B? That is solid phase. Okay. Then B to C. Which phases are there? It is solid plus liquid. There are two phases existing here. Then we come to C to D. Which phase is that? That is liquid. Then we come to D to E. Which phases are here? It is liquid plus gas. Then E to F. Which phase is here? It is gas. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that name the process taking place in the region BC. So what is taking place between B and C? It is melting. The solid is turning into a liquid. Okay, DE. What is taking place there? It is boiling. We can also accept evaporation. Yeah, then we come to this one. It says that state the term identifiable with the temperatures below. Okay, what term is identifiable with temperature of 115 or 115 degrees Celsius? Yeah, what is it? It is melting point. Okay. Then what is the term identifiable with this temperature? 445. It is boiling point. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that give a reason why during BC and DE, this is BC and this is DE, temperature remains constant while more heat is absorbed. Yeah, heat is being taken in, but temperature remains constant. What is the reason? The reason is that all the energy which is absorbed during these phases, it is used to overcome intermolecular forces. So there's none to raise the temperature. Yeah, that is it. All energy supplied during BC and DE serves to overcome intermolecular forces between molecules. Yeah. Then we come to this question. It says that identify the 1 melting point of sulfur. Yeah, which one is the melting point of sulfur? It is this one. It's 115 degrees Celsius. Okay, then we come to this one. Identify the boiling point of sulfur. It is this one. What is it? 445 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Then we come to this question. It says that the graph below shows the cooling curve of a substance. Yeah, this is the graph. And they say identify the phases in the region, okay, OP. Yeah, what phase is there? It's gaseous phase. Okay, PQ. What phase is existing between P and Q? It is gas plus liquid. Both are coexisting. Then QR, what phase is there? It's liquid. RS, what if phase is there? There are two phases there. It is liquid plus solid. Okay, ST, which phase is existing between S and T? It is solid. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says, name the process taking place during PQ. This is PQ. What process is taking place there? It is condensation. Okay. Yeah, then we come to RS. Yeah, what process is taking place from RS? This is a change from liquid to solid. What do we call it? Solidifying or freezing. Okay. Yeah, then we come to this question. It says that name the term identifiable with the following temperatures. Number one is X. Yeah, what is X? X is freezing point, which in most of the substances is the same as melting point. Okay, then Y. Y is boiling point. Yeah, so we come to this question. The statement says that consider substances A, B, C, D with their respective melting and boiling point. So these are the substances, these are the melting point and boiling point. And they say consider the room temperature to be 25. Okay, they say identify the phase or state of A. Yeah, what is A? First of all, you have to know that our room temperature is 25 degrees. And by 25, this substance is already solid. How do you know that it's already solid? Because its melting point is above 25. So in other words, the phase of A is solid. Okay. Then we come to B. Yeah, B, its melting point is below 25. So which means that by the time it's 25, it's already gas. Yeah, let us consider B. For B, we see that its melting and boiling point are below 25. So which means that by the time it comes 25, it's already gas because it has already boiled. So what is the phase of B? B is a gas. Okay. Then we come to C. C, it has melting point of 44, which is above room temperature. So which means that at 25 degrees, it has not yet already melted. So it's a solid. So C is a solid. Okay. Then you come to D. D, its melting point, meaning the change from solid to liquid, is below 25. But its boiling point is above 25. So which means that at 25 degrees, D has already melted from solid to liquid. So at 25 is a liquid because it changes into a gas at 75. So D is a liquid at room temperature. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences, Survivability with me, Richard here. We urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share. Yes, we believe we are the best. Stick with us. We believe we want to be great. See you next time. Bye-bye.